What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Between the Cons. My name is Chris, and with me today, MF Dane.
Doom a human in the mask, born to stunt, danger zooming fast, mad pass on a hunt.
So strange. So strange. MF Doom.
Doom is my favorite rapper!
He's such a weird dude.
He is. He's a weird rapper anyway. I remember, like, he hasn't put out new music, but then one day he just put a weird video out of just him on an island, like, driving a boat. Like, okay.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess now we know what you're doing in your free time, Mr. Doom.
Since you can't come back to America for some reason, I forget why. Like the same reason why Slick Rick can't come to America.
I didn't know that Slick Rick or MF Doom couldn't come to America.
Well, both of them are like British citizens.
That makes a little bit of sense.
I guess it was something to do with like them being British citizens and getting into the country. I don't know, whatever.
Well, anyways, we've been off for a week. We had the Thanksgiving holiday. Did you have a good Thanksgiving, Dane?
Oh yeah, I got mad food.
Oh yeah.
Mad food, mad friendship, and of course, mad Black Friday shopping.
It sounds racist.
Man, you know what?
Did you have to work for Black Friday?
No, I took off. Actually, no. I took off for that Thursday. I took off for Thanksgiving because, you know, some stores open earlier.
Right.
But I worked on Black Friday that night. And everyone was like, were y'all busy? I'm like, we sell sex toys. No, we weren't busy.
No, there's not usually a line at the door.
Yeah, no one wants a deal on lingerie. People want deals on TVs and toasters. I mean, I go out Black Friday shopping just to buy video games.
Lingerie is the treat yourself kind of thing, and if you get it on sale, it means less. Yep. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about Dane's shopping, and other employment. Welcome back to the show from Thanksgiving. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving filled with food, family, friends, and Fridays. I really wanted the alliteration, but anyways, thanks for tuning into the show. If you haven't yet, follow us on the internet. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Between the Cons, all lowercase, no spaces, which doesn't really matter because it's not a Wi-Fi password. Anyway, we have a pineapple episode for you. It's been 2 weeks since you've gotten the news, so we're going to jump in and bring it to you, hit some headlines, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We're going to have a pineapple situation. What should I do? Pineapple. The word that cannot be spoken. Pineapple.
Just want to say pineapple.
Pineapples are fun. My dad used to throw them at me.
Pineapple.
Seriously? Wow.
So, a new casting call has been put out for Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. It's got a lot of people thinking. So, on projectcasting.com, it calls for the casting of twin boys, age 2, for 2 days of filming on the Infinity War set in December.
Age 2?
Aged 2, yeah. Aged
Interesting.
2. Not age 2, aged 2. Making sure they've been aged for 2 years.
They've been aged in a nice oak barrel for at least 2 summers.
2 full summers. But the casting call has led people to believe that the twins could potentially be the sons of Vision and Scarlet Witch, who have a romantic relationship in the comics, but in the film it's kind of really just hinted more at it.
Yeah, it was there, but it was more weird, awkward glances than
flirty robot with weird witch and flirty robot.
Right.
Well, yeah, in the comic books though, the twins become Speed and Wiccan, which are basically 2 kids that have the powers of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Right.
The fact that Phase 4 is supposed to come out now, they think that what this possibly means is that they might be doing a Young Avengers movie for, the foreseeable future.
That I would not be mad about.
No, like, I'd be dope. Like, I know as much as I love Mark Ruffalo, it'd be dope to have, like, some younger dude playing Hulkling.
Man, Hulkling's fun. Hulkling's like such a weird character compared to Hulk and She-Hulk. Hulkling is probably the coolest. Definitely not like the strongest.
Totally gay.
Also gay. He is that.
Yeah, he actually is. He actually is gay. I wasn't being pejorative. I was actually stating a fact. He's actually gay.
That is true fact.
Hulkling
is gay.
he is a gay Marvel character. Isn't Wiccan his boyfriend?
Yeah, or for a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully Young Avengers maybe, but Twin Boys getting cast. Who knows what this could bring?
Who knows? Speaking of Avengers Infinity War, we're going to talk about the space-time continuum and how podcasts work. So yesterday, which is tomorrow for us right now, because we're recording on Tuesday and you're listening probably on Thursday, Avengers Infinity War trailer came out on Wednesday. So now that you're confused, I don't really have I don't have a lot to say about it because as we just discussed with time, we haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's cool. And if you haven't seen it yet because you didn't know it was out there, you now know that it's out there, and you should go watch that.
Speaking of the space-time continuum, since we're in the past right now, have you seen the Vanity Fair images already?
Oh, absolutely. I also saw Tom Holland accidentally share the official Infinity War poster on his Facebook Live video, and then Marvel was like, well, dang it, and they just released it officially.
Oh, that was really just, because if you realize who sent it to him, that's like Marvel's thing now.
Right.
Because he got it from Mark Ruffalo, who's the main person who's always accidentally spoiling.
Accidentally, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the teaser trailer for the Infinity War trailer came out today, which is 2 days ago for you, which is pretty irrelevant now that the trailer's out because you've probably already seen it, and if not, you're looking it up. But it was really neat. It had like reaction videos to all of the trailers for Marvel movies, like kind of all spliced together, which was really neat. And then at the end, it just said tomorrow, which is yesterday for you.
Super hype about it though.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see it. I really wanted to talk about this more to be confusing with all the with all the todays, yesterdays, and tomorrows. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Avengers Infinity War trailer yet, go watch it. Pineapple.
So, this is kind of a lower end. So, David Yates, the director of Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, he's spoken out about like why he decided to keep Johnny Depp. He said that his reasoning was these accusations he's heard don't tally with the kind of person he's seen while working with the actor. Honestly, there's an issue at the moment where there's a lot of people being accused of things. They're being accused by multiple victims, and it's compelling and frightening. And since his was only a single person, I can only tell you about the man I see every day. He's full of decency and kindness, and that's all I see.
At work? In front of your boss? No way.
Yeah. Who would have thought? The person I met at his job is really nice and really professional and easy to work with. In fact, I've heard from like everyone who works with him as a director, he's like one of the easiest actors to work with.
Right.
So you're saying that a man whose job is acting and working on a movie is really nice and kind when it comes to acting and working on a movie.
Right. Almost like his paycheck depends on it.
Right? Among these women is like he says he was also keen to remind people that Amber Heard's accusations are not mirrored in the public statements from his other exes. He said he was never abusive and was really loving and caring. So to me, it doesn't bear any more analysis. It's a dead issue. Okay, man, yeah, cool. He's really nice and kind at work. That doesn't mean that's what he's like in his home life.
Right.
Also, I know that his other exes said that he wasn't abusive to them, but Amber Heard had videos of him being abusive.
Yeah.
Like
that's kind of damning.
Got, like, footage. If you got footage of someone doing some heinous things, I mean, let's be real.
I mean, that's kind of the one thing that will hold up in court.
Right?
But as terrible as it is, and this is just heads up, this was a terrible thing. When I first saw it, I was just like, wait, why don't people want Johnny Depp, this guy they hate, to play Grindelwald, this character that they are totally going to hate? Because they've painted this picture that Grindelwald is like Voldemort on steroids as far as like fan hatred. Like, he's going to be this terrible character. It's just going to add to how much you hate it. Now, that being said, I know why we don't want Johnny Depp. We, being the collective, don't want Johnny Depp in this role because we're encouraging him as a human. We're paying for his lifestyle and whatever.
We're saying that
whatever
we don't
that
care
entails.
if you beat him, we'll still watch him on movies.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And my thing is like, I get that. But it's kind of too late. Like, they've already wrapped on filming, I think.
Hey man, don't forget.
I swear to God, if
Kevin
you say
Spacey
Justice League right now.
Kevin Spacey got written out of an entire movie.
Oh, that's true. He did.
That movie comes out next month. And they were like, we're reshooting all of Kevin Spacey's scenes. Your movie comes out next month? Okay. Well,
I thought you were going to say something about how Justice League reshot everything and it still came out okay. And then I was going to slap you through the phone.
Don't hate on. It was the one thing they said about Justice League is like there's a scene in the very beginning of Justice League where there's a homeless man holding a sign, and it's right after Joss Whedon's name pops up on the screen. Like, Joss Whedon's name pops up, and there's a homeless man holding a sign that just says, "I tried." Everyone was like, "Wait a minute."
And that set the tone for the whole movie. Anyways, this is not a Justice League pineapple point.
No, it's that. So, yeah, let's go back to it. Johnny Depp, hitting women is bad.
Yes.
But apparently people are still going to watch him in movies. Pineapple.
My next pineapple point is about Marvel again, surprisingly. Actually,
I think all of you are.
4 out of 5 of my pineapple points today are about Marvel. There was just a lot of Marvel going on.
Was there a Marvel event recently or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's because Marvel has 7 films coming out before the next one DC. But speaking of Marvel movies, Marvel has Kevin Feige, if you're Tory. Kevin Feige. Beige with an F. He has confirmed that Marvel has 20 more movies in the pipeline.
I'm just exhausted hearing that.
So, because they've kind of had like a weird like release schedule over the last few years. Some of the years they've only done 2. Some of the years they've done 3. Some of the years they've done 4. It could be anywhere between 10 and 15 years that we get these next 20 movies, which is crazy.
That's a long time to have Movie Pass.
Right? But Phase 3 is ending with the Avengers 4. And then which is the second Infinity War movie, TB named. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to open the new phase in 2020. So the current storyline will come to a close before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to open up the new phase. What'd you say?
Oh, well, it makes me wonder then what's the release date for Spider-Man 2? Because originally he said that Spider-Man 2 was going to be the one that started off the new Phase 3, but
I'm going to guess that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be like kind of like how they did it this year, like a late spring, early summer, and then Homecoming, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is going to be like a late summer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just double up on the summer blockbuster. But Bob Iger, Disney CEO, said that we're looking for worlds that are completely separate, geographically or in time, from the worlds that we've already visited. Now, I saw this number today, and I'm probably going to misquote it. So while I'm talking, I'm going to look it up. But it was talking about how many Marvel characters Disney currently had film rights to. And it's like 1,500. Which is crazy. Like, there are 1,500 possible characters that we could see over the next 20 movies. That's nuts. It's exciting, but it's nuts. But I'm really interested to see what they kind of dip into for those. I'm really, really, really interested to see how they bring Phase 3 to a close. I mean, we've heard a ton of things about how there's going to be, like, everybody's going to die, basically.
Oh, yeah. I'm still holding off that they're all going to be surprise scrolls.
Oh, man, that would be so amazing. But they've done so much good that it's, like, kind of hard to believe that.
I mean, like, I feel like they could probably do it with, like, since, like, Cap's got that beard now, after the whole Civil War split up, they could do, like, no one's seen each other in so long.
That's true.
They could I wouldn't be surprised if Cap was a freaking scroll.
Yeah. I would be more interested to see who doesn't, because we've already pretty much been confirmed. It's pretty much already been confirmed that some of the characters are going to die. I'm interested to see who doesn't, because I have a feeling that Cap is going to go the way that he did in the comics, and he's going to more or less walk away from the mantle of Captain America, and he's going to bestow it upon either Sam Wilson or Bucky Barnes, hopefully Sam Wilson. But I have a feeling that's going to happen.
Be dope as Cap.
Who?
I think Anthony Mackie would be dope as Cap.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I think it would be more in line, or it will be more in line with the comics, so it'll drive comic book sales as well. So, I mean, that's what it all comes down to, is the bottom dollar at the end of the day. And I think that would be, I would be totally okay with that. Like, I would have no qualms with Sam Wilson becoming Captain America. But
me neither.
I'm just really interested to see where they go with 20 more movies and like 1,500 or whatever available characters that they have. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Pineapple.
So, I don't have a gaming computer.
Good to know.
Because my life is in shambles. No, but for people who do, one of the biggest games that's out right now is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially
a game.
It's essentially an Arma 3 mod that became its own full game, where basically you and 100 other people are dropped into a map and are left to survive on your own by finding weapons and like health pickups and bandages and stuff. And the goal of the game is to be the last person alive to win a free chicken dinner.
That is the best thing I have ever heard.
Have you ever played PUBG?
No.
Yeah, when you win, every time you win, it just says winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That is the best.
But it's one of the most popular games like on PCs right now. Like people who have consoles that can't play PUBG right now, they're basically dealing with the game Fortnite. It has a free battle royale mode, which is essentially the same thing. It's just you can build like structures in Fortnite while also shooting people. Anyway,
interesting.
The reason I say this is apparently PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is in development for smartphones.
That sounds like too much.
Yeah. The publisher Tencent announced that it and developer Bluehole are working to port PUBG to smartphones, with the first version to be released in China. They haven't announced a release date or provided any information, but they have like announced that they're going to be the ones to port the game to China, and they're actually going to make sure that it's changed to be consistent with socialist core values. So it's going to make sure that this game is China enough for China. Apparently, the real reason
it's like the Wolfenstein 2, the Wolfenstein 2 mods that had to happen for the game to be able to legally release in Germany.
Yeah, they had to make them not Nazis.
Yeah,
which is funny because like Germany like wants nothing to do with being reminded of Nazis. Like even if we want to kill Nazis, we can't.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like, you know, the Nazis. What is the Nazis? We don't remember this.
We're the Nazis. I mean, then they have this symbol right here. Before you even draw it, they just ball it up and eat it. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Just yell.
No paper for you. No paper for you, Mr. American, bringing up the Nazis.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, yeah. Weird Chinese company is porting PUBG to cell phones. I don't know how that's going to work, but hey, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Pineapple.
Speaking of games, Marvel and Gazillion Entertainment have ended their business arrangement, which totally sucks. Gazillion Entertainment had a game called Marvel Heroes. It was a RPG that has been available on PC and Mac and PC since 2013. I have played it kind of on and off ever since. I never got completely hooked into it, but I think that's more because I didn't have the time to allow myself to get hooked into it. But I enjoyed playing it. And earlier this year, it was released on Xbox One and PS4. Had a slightly pay-to-play model. It had like a pay to get stuff faster model, which I didn't love, but we'll talk about that on Monday.
Yeah, we will.
But it was still really fun. You could still do a lot, and you could unlock a lot without paying. And they ended their business arrangement, and they announced it on Monday of this week. And they announced that Marvel Heroes RPG is going to be shut down immediately. And by the time that you're listening to this, the game is gone.
Right? That sucks. I played that game too. Like you said, I wouldn't really invest a bunch of time into it, but I would just hop on every once in a while and play it.
It was fun. It was a fun game, but for me personally, it's not the game style that I enjoy. But I know that there were a ton of people. I had friends that were completely absorbed into it, and it was like World of Warcraft-esque. And mostly open world. It was so neat. But it's gone. And the thing that sucks the most is that it's a pay to play. You could pay to get upgraded costumes, upgraded armor, attacks, things like that. And now you're just sitting on your hands because you just poured if you poured $200 into the game, that's a game you never get to play anymore.
Right?
It's
so
stupid.
Back in the day, All Points Bulletin had a huge build up to it and a pre-release and all this other stuff. And I pre-ordered the game. I got it when it came out, and 3 months later, it shut down.
It's insane. Insane.
I had paid up to about that point. I was literally about to renew my subscription, and then I checked the news, and the company went under because they spent $10 million trying to make it.
It's crazy. But anyways, Marvel Heroes, the RPG, is no more. May it rest in peace. Pineapple.
All right, so this is actually really exciting. So even though talks have been told that they had died down between Disney and 21st Century Fox, they're apparently re-entering negotiations. So hopefully soon they might be able to make an announcement.
Interesting.
They've all talks again begun to progress rapidly, and both sides have gone dark. Disney's progressing speedily towards that rumored acquisition, and the version that people are saying is that they keep trying to get that Fox gets sports and news properties, but all the TV and film go to Disney.
Well, and that's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago, where it becomes kind of dangerous for Netflix if that happens, because then all of the TV and film that is owned by 20th Century Fox goes to the Disney streaming service. It's no longer on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that'll be something that has to be handled during those negotiations, because it's not like a change of hands will nullify contracts. But it's kind of scary, honestly, to think about.
The main thing I really just worry about is Disney and Marvel trying to keep that image up that they're having right now. And Fox has now just begun to take risks with movies like Deadpool and Logan.
Yeah, it's gonna. I just hope they don't try and make a PG Deadpool.
I doubt it. You know what they'll do? I forgot. Disney owns Miramax. They'll just have Miramax put out Deadpool. Or some other company that they own that they can just make an R-rated version of come out.
There you go. That makes sense.
That's what they do. Like they use like movies that have like are R-rated that Disney is like under a company that Disney owns. Disney never puts their name on it. They just put whatever movie studio they can use to make it R-rated.
Whichever one they can get away with.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, hopefully that actually could do something. That would actually open Marvel's doors a lot in terms of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, oh wait, we can now bring Fantastic Four and the X-Men into our movies now. Sick.
Neato.
Can we just do all what is them to do one movie and let Ryan Reynolds just go bananas?
Oh man, they could totally do Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. That
like,
is
just make that too. Yeah, just
that
make
is
that
one of my
Deadpool
favorite.
3.
That is one of my favorite Deadpool story arcs. So
like,
fun.
I like that whole story arc where it starts off where he kills the comic universe, and then he goes into like classic literature, and then he decides, you know what, I gotta kill all the other Deadpools too.
Well, and then at the end of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, he kills the artists that are drawing him. Like
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end,
it gets so meta.
He kills the artists that are drawing him, and then he goes into. Then he realizes he's not done killing everything. He can't just kill all the Marvel heroes. He has to kill their inspiration too.
Yeah, and
that's when he starts going to classic literature like
right.
Tom Sawyer and Moby Dick. But yeah, I love that. Like it'd be really awesome if like at the end of like, Deadpool 3 is Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
I would watch
and we
it.
just get to.
I would totally watch it.
I would watch it just to see if anyone who would like agree to let themselves get murdered in the Deadpool movie.
And that is how Phase 3 ends.
Phase 3 ends with Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe and Ryan Reynolds just blows everyone's brains out.
They've been planning this ending in the acquisition of Fox for the last 9 years.
Is that Deadpool pops up and murders everyone.
This is why Ryan Reynolds didn't get his movie at first. It was like, wait, we need this in like 7 years. You can have a movie.
Then when you've built up all the hype for him, then we bring him into our movies.
And he kills everyone.
Anyway, Fox and Disney are talking again. Hopefully that means we get better movies from them. Pineapple.
Speaking of X-Men, the X-Men animated series might be coming back.
What?
So the creator Eric Lewald, excuse me, trying to swallow. I'm also eating dinner right now. While you're talking, I keep putting myself on mute to chew. So that's why I am a little extra quiet on my part. But anyways, X-Men animated series might be coming back. Eric Lewald pitched a 6th season in making the X-Men animated series, a book that he put out. And it's being taken seriously. This year is the 25th anniversary of X-Men animated series, which is crazy to think about because that makes me feel super old. But I'd be really interested to see that. I mean, it's one of those things where people in our age group are thirsty for nostalgia. And we can have a whole topic thunder about why I believe our generation is so nostalgic, but they're thirsty for nostalgia. And
that's an easy reason.
It is pretty easy. But they're thirsty for nostalgia. And with Stranger Things being out and like nostalgia is such a cool thing to do. Like right now, it's a trend right now. It would be a perfect opportunity to bring the X-Men animated series back to kind of revive the original animated series, because I know the original is available on Hulu, or at least it was a few months ago because I watched it. But it would be a perfect time to do that. And the climate, the cultural, like pop culture climate is totally primed for it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a really long pitch that was in the excerpt from his book, but
I feel like my pitch to bring back X-Men would just be me in a boardroom for 15 minutes just going da 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 da
doing like the Kevin James Hitch dance.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Just singing the X-Men theme song and dancing. And like, you know what? Let's bring it back.
I'll do this all day. I will do it all day. But yeah, I think it'd be really neat. I wouldn't hate it. And the plot that they released was, or the plot pitch, would be really, really awesome to see. It's super long, like I said. So if you're interested beyond, it would be really, really interesting to see. Go look it up because I'm not going to read it. That's how that's gonna go. But anyways, X-Men animated series might be coming back. Stay tuned. We'll give you more deets as we learn them. Pineapple.
Okay. In news of things that none of us asked for, but apparently we're gonna get anyway.
That's like half of what this show is.
Pretty much. It's just us talking about stuff that no one asked for, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. Warner Brothers Television Group's digital studio, Blue Ribbon Content, is currently in production on a live-action feature-length film about Daphne and Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Why? What?
Yeah, here's it. Okay, so yeah, it will be from Ashley and Jennifer Tisdale's Blondie Girl Productions.
Great. It's going to be a real gem.
Filming in Atlanta, and it'll be released by Warner Brothers in 2018. I'm guessing it'll be on the CW because it's said it's always being talked about coming out on TV.
Well, good.
But yeah, Sarah Jeffrey from Shades of Blue and Sarah Gilman are going to be Daphne and Velma, respectively.
And why Sarah Michelle Gellar isn't Daphne? I don't understand.
Or Linda Cardellini.
Right.
Like, you can just make them look young.
We have CGI. That's what it's for.
So, oh god. So before their eventual team up with Scooby and the gang, bright and optimistic Daphne and whip-smart and analytical Velma are both mystery-solving teens who are best friends, but have only met online until now. Daphne is just transferred to Velma's school, Ridge Valley High, an incredible tech-savvy institute with all the latest gadgets provided by the school's benefactor, tech billionaire Tobias Bloom. And while competition is fierce among the students, Daphne and Velma dig beyond all the gadgets to investigate what's causing some of the brightest students to disappear, only to emerge again in a zombified state.
I hate everything you just said.
Oh my god! So it's going to be basically like a CW teen drama BS movie about Daphne and Velma.
The thing that makes me the most nervous is Ashley Tisdale is in charge.
Right.
You know, the annoying one from High School Musical. Let me rephrase. The most annoying one from the High School Musical.
And her name's Sharpay on High School Musical?
Yes, it is.
I've never seen a single one of them. So I have no idea who.
I've seen all three of them because when I was in high school and it was coming out, my girlfriend had a little sister that was High School Musical age.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. So not only have I seen it, but I also probably still know a lot of the lyrics.
But no, man, like, the fact that they're doing this is just like, can you not?
It just hurts. It just physically hurts.
Like, I get the point of it, it's trying to make like a female-led, Scooby-Doo type of movie. But I'm like, do y'all really need to do that? Considering the fact that, I don't know, just the fact that...
Isn't that what Nancy Drew is for?
Right?
Like because the main character, the strong lead in Scooby-Doo is a dog named Scooby-Doo.
Named Scooby-Doo. Like, okay, I guess we're going to get a story about some of these side characters, but, I mean, do I really want that?
I just don't. I don't get
And
it.
like, I kind of just don't like the fact that they're just doing it just to do like a female positive story. That's the only reason they're doing this. It's like, I get what you're coming at, and I applaud you for trying that, but you've taken out Fred and Shaggy and Scooby.
Right.
Especially Scooby.
Yeah, and Scooby, you know, the one that made you famous.
Could y'all at least have Scooby there too?
Like, oh my gosh, I would totally watch A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, the live action movie. I would watch
oh my
that.
god, that'd be so awesome.
Oh.
I would even go so far as to being okay with them retconning and making Scooby one of Daphne or Velma's dogs, just so he's in there.
Yeah, okay. I'd be good with that.
Did you ever? Because I always honestly, nothing's gonna be cool to me unless it's like a movie version of Scooby Apocalypse.
Or Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, that's a great one. Actually, you know what? That one.
Just because I love watching the Harlem Globetrotters, not because those were exceptional episodes.
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yes.
That was such a great movie. I remember watching that as a kid, and then afterwards being like, "This was great." Like being genuinely shocked. I was like,
"This was actually very good cinema."
I enjoyed myself watching this. And then they did like the one where they go to like the witches, like Salem, and that one was okay. You know, I got friends I know girls are obsessed with that episode just because those witch girls. But
right.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Daphne and Velma, live action movie nobody asked for. Pineapple.
Did we just geek out on Scooby-Doo?
We did for a second. We went on a Scooby-Doo tangent.
Yeah, there you go, listeners. That's a Between the Counts first. A 5-minute tangent on dope Scooby-Doo episodes. Anyways, last pineapple point.
Doesn't hear me saying it. Headphones on, playing the Game of Thrones game. I'm like, man, she can't hear me rant about Scooby-Doo. Good.
Perfect. So, last pineapple point of the day. Esports are finally being recognized as real sport. So, don't get me wrong. I love esports. I'm a proud supporter and viewer of esports. However, esports have not gotten a lot of credit.
Nope.
In the fact that they're called sports. Colleges and universities have started announcing teams,
which is awesome.
Like they have the University of Utah is the example. They have just become the first Power 5 conference school to announce a team. Their team is 33 players that play 4 games: League of Legends, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and Rocket League. Those are good games.
I would only be on the Overwatch team.
I would watch 3 of the 4. I'm not a huge League of Legends fan, so I would not watch that.
I'm not big on watching MOBAs. I'm more about playing them.
But if you put that on ESPN, I'd watch it. I would totally watch it.
I feel like they need to also, I mean, I feel like, and this, of course, is just me talking because this is what I care about the most.
Right.
The fact that they do that, the fact they have those games, like y'all can have one Street Fighter or Injustice or Mortal Kombat team players.
Well, I think that's where, because they also, what's the other Blizzard game? Oh man, I'm gonna punch myself right in the face. No.
StarCraft?
No. All right, I'm gonna look it up. But anyways, Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say Heroes of the Storm.
That's like the one right now that's like the big esport Blizzard game.
Yeah.
Not Overwatch. Overwatch is the first-person shooter, even though it is a third-person shooter.
It's a first-person shooter.
It's a first-person shooter. It's esports are in third-person view.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, I'm excited about this. Because of the popularity of esports at the college level, they have actually instated the National Association of Collegiate Esports. NACE.
Yes!
Like, it's a real thing. It's a real association that is basically like the group that sets all the rules, sets like gets everything. It's basically the NCAA of esports at the college level, which is crazy. They announced that they have 62 more colleges being onboarded. They already have like 50 plus. So 62 more colleges, 2 Division I conferences are coming on board.
Yes.
Not colleges, not universities, but entire conferences. So we're talking 12 to 15 schools times 2. And then a bunch of D2 Division II conferences. Insane. I cannot wait for this to unfold. I'm
so excited. I don't watch any sports.
And this is why I wanted...
That's made evidence by my participation in our fantasy football group.
Yes. Which, by the way, I need you to set your lineup so you can probably not, but try to beat Kyle.
Okay, I'll have a...
Because Kyle is on a 2-game losing streak. And I need that to keep up because it's so fun. Because he gets so frustrated when he loses.
I'll give it to Tara. Anything that's happened from me recently has been my girlfriend playing. Because I was like, they keep wanting me to do stuff, and I don't know what to do. She took my phone from me and then gave me a look like I was the biggest idiot in the history of fantasy football.
Just tell her to like drop and trade or drop and pick up and like fill out your lineup. But anyways, a different sport, esports. The last thing I want to say about esports happening at the college level is this is eventually going to become a popular enough thing that there are going to be hundreds of thousands of viewers rooting for a college team in an esport. That being said, it's going to be a long time before esports have their day on ESPN or CBS or NBC. So I would love to be an executive at Twitch right now.
Oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
Can you imagine? Like, Twitch is about to start signing a deal with the National Association of Collegiate Esports to air collegiate matchups.
Esports. Like, it's awesome.
In esports. It's crazy. So cool. So cool.
I'm not surprised that it's taken this way because, like, esports have just been on the rise. Like, weirdly enough, like, ESPN's kind of, like, trying to, but then they're not following through with it.
It's, like, online only. Esports.
Yeah, because they did, they put Evo on ESPN, too, when it came out this past year and the year before.
Right.
But, like, you can kind of tell the difference in what they're trying to focus on. Because at 2016 Evo, they were hyping up they were hyping up Joe, and they were hyping up all like Sonic Fox, and they were hyping up all the big name people, and they were showing their matches. And like TBS is doing the same thing, showing like esports games and stuff, like Mortal Kombat and stuff. But the fact like Overwatch is going through that Overwatch League, and everyone was hearing like weird sparse tales about it, but then they came out and showing all the teams and showing the teams having their own colors,
right,
and like outfits. That's insane.
Yeah, it's a super sweet time to be alive from a gamer standpoint.
Like, I feel like they need to. Like they can. If Blizzard's smart, they're gonna let people root for their favorite Overwatch teams, and they're gonna have it where you can like buy the skin, like their color scheme for your character.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even at the collegiate level. Could you imagine having like a Crimson Tide gun in Overwatch?
Oh my God, that'd be lit.
Yeah, right? It would be so cool. But, I mean, like I said, we got a long way to go. There's still 62 colleges that are coming on board. Or 62 colleges and universities that are coming on board. So it's going to be a while. But it's the kind of thing that seeing it unfold, being alive for this time where like our kids are going to grow up in an age where they can get a scholarship for playing esports, that's insane. That's awesome. I love it. But anyways, let's go ahead and wrap the show. So Pineapple.
And that's it.
That's it. We made it through the show. Esports are going to be at the college level, which is super dope. If you want to help sponsor the show, check out Patreon, betweenthecons.com/Patreon. is where you can go. It's like Kickstarter, but monthly. Satchel is a podcast player that you can download on your telephone device. And you can tip and tweet while listening. And then lastly, Amazon. All the way at the bottom of our website, on every page of our website, there's a little search bar to search Amazon through our site. If you do that and you buy something, we get a little kickback. You pay the same price. We're all happy. Finally, our website's betweenthecons.com. Check it out. You can stream our episodes online. Link out to us on social media at Between the Cons on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And make sure you guys tune in on Monday because, like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about pay-to-play gaming and all the things that's wrong with it. So, yeah. Tune in on Monday. Subscribe to the show. We will talk to you later. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Because, things happen.